Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Boku no Hero Academia chapter 294 and 295. Gonna do a double reaction. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy these two. I am really excited because this arc just keeps going back and forth to where I'm like, oh man, what are the heroes gonna possibly do? Oh man, what are the villains gonna possibly do? And we're just jumping back and forth really. We're like flipping back and forth, and every time I think, oh man, the hero slash villains, they've totally got this settled, something happens, and then it just flips, and then I'm like, the villains need to escape because they're in bad shape right now, or the heroes need to escape because they're in bad shape right now, but how are they going to escape? And currently, my thoughts are, how are the villains going to escape? Because the villains are pretty messed up. After Gigantomachia went down at the end of last chapter, I believe, they're pretty messed up. Like, and I love that Kirishima and everything he did was something that led to Gigantomachia being able to being able to be taken down. But I also don't want to sleep on Best Jeanist's hard work because he was like holding Gigantomachia down, just showing how just powerful he is to be the fourth hero, or I guess third hero now? Or is he still fourth and Edgeshot has moved up to third? I don't remember. But the point is, top five heroes, he's like crazy strong to be holding Gigantomachia down like that. Also, we got Bakugo's name, Dynamite. I love it because it's a good, simple, catchy hero name. It's not too over the top or crazy or anything like that. And it's also a good callback to All Might. In the end, funny enough, Deku went with Deku instead of his All Might themed names, but Bakugo was the one to end up with an All Might reference name. But either way, let's read 294 and see what we get. Starting off, we're seeing, damn, 294 final performance, R.I.P. Crust. And then, it looks like Aizawa was talking on the phone as he's being stretchered away. The fact that the sedative took effect here and now. And we have Miruko, best girl surviving, is Shirley. And now we see Rocklock and Manuel. Gran Torino still alive. The doctors are taking Ryukyu as well. And then we see both Present Mike and Hawks is Shirley. No mere coincidence. Little by little, so many of us wore down the giant until he was weak enough for the drug to take hold. Gosh, and again, yeah, we're seeing how much it took. All the heroes down. Oh, Midnight. I don't know if Midnight's gonna survive. Poor Mount Lady as well, like all the like pieces of tree sticking through her. And then Endeavor wore down the giant till he was weak enough for the drug to take hold. And Izuku, even the thinnest threads, can come together and braid a mighty rope. I got chills just from that line. That was so good. Hold on, my computer's like being really loud. I want to check, make sure. Yeah, the recording still looks fine. But had even a single thread frayed and come loose, all would have been lost. That I do believe. And we see him pinning down Gigantomachia. And it looks like Ida still fighting off the Nomu. It's so good. And then is that Todoroki. And now, one final push. And then Mirio fighting as well. This is crazy that the heroes are winning, actually winning like this when it seems so hopeless so many times. No wonder the heroes over there are having a rough time. The moves these things are making are simple, but their speed and toughness is off the charts. Each one's gotta be just as strong as the Nomo and Kyushu. And of course talking about the high ends. Great explosion, murder god Dynamite, you must retreat. You're in no state to take a hit from these things, says Ida. You don't want to get tagged by these guys. Gah, crap, there ain't a snappy comeback because he's right. Anyhow, just gotta keep dodging so Genist is off their radar. And we see Nejire is still fighting too. This is so good. At last I can redirect the resources spent on restraining the giant toward the League of Villains. This is so good. I love this. Seeing all the heroes fight like this. And we finally get a cool panel of Compress. I've been saying for a while, I really like Compress. and he's like the least developed member of the League of Villains. Or I guess now they're the PLF, but back when they were the League of Villains. So if he's going to be the way they get out of there, I'm cool with that because of course the story has to continue. But also if it leads to more development for Compress, I want more development for Compress. This tidy tie-up job prevents me from touching the cables, and without physical touch I can't activate my Compress quirk. Such dire straits, and all I can do is tickle my own behind. The boss fares no better. You summoned us together, did you not? Told us to run amok, right? Can he compress himself and then decompress himself to escape? What are we supposed to think when even your act is cut short? This amounted to a trap. You still haven't destroyed a darn thing yet. It's just as our associate Spinner says. Dabi, young Toga, and I have yet to achieve our dreams. Blackout Bind. What? Does our show end here? Oh, that's them being choked out by, Bestgenist. Spinner, I loved the League, a collection of warped minds who never bothered prying into each other's pasts. Just a band of egotists. Freaking Spinner's face! Tamura is the key. The timing must be right, when the heroes are a bit farther and the Nomu are in optimal position. I shall buy you 5 seconds, during which to rouse the boss. Every decent performer requires a good assistant. Oh, never mind, he's had somebody compressed with him this whole time. My dream, my blood-bound duty, the reason I'm here. And he decompresses it. Gouging out my own flesh gives my arm room to maneuver. Oh, so of course compressing himself gouges out his flesh the same way. Okay, never mind then. He was talking about himself being the good assistant, sacrificing himself here. So yeah, he's gouging out his flesh like what he did to Overhaul. So again, this is gonna be sad if he dies here with, again, basically no development until this point. Gouging out my own flesh gives my arm room to maneuver, and free use of my arm. And it looks like he frees Shigaraki and Spinner, means I can do this. Don't believe for a single moment that you're the only ones giving your lives for a cause. Well, ready for a taste of prime entertainment. And he starts breaking the ropes, maiming his own body. Really, nevertheless, that wound's fatal. You have no hope of escaping. Bound by my own clothing. However, bound or not, so long as my hand is in position. Alright, and then he grabs his shoulder. I can make quick work of this. Jeez, and he tears his clothes off. You, over here, you're running right? Free me too then, says Skeptic. Daring escapes and deception are my forte, which means I'm the man who'll save our team from certain doom. Oji Harima, the peerless thief, a criminal from days gone by. Hold on. Again, I just got chills. There's no way that he's Oji Harima. We've heard about him so much. Or, like, not so much, but we've had hints from, like, a long time ago at him. Is that... Just when the current system began settling into place, Harima targeted the fattened pockets of sham heroes. He preached reformation while returning what he pilfered back to the streets. Listen, Atsuhiro, our family's lineage is all about exposing... Okay, so he's just in, like, a Redestro kind of situation. It's all about exposing injustice. That righteous blood runs in our veins. Toya, flash fire fist. Sorry about this, Shoto. Change of plans. Jet burn. Jeez. And he takes down Todoroki. NG Todoroki isn't completely broken yet. If he passes out now, there's no point in going on with this little performance. Sorry, Masterpiece. To me, Dabi, Harima, the reformation that you could not achieve, I now hand off to my boss. I am Harima's great-great-grandson. The Paranormal Liberation Fronts. No, the League of Villains is Shigaraki. The Bandit King's blood flows through me. Will change the world in my stead. What's that you say? You barely noticed me. It's all part of the act. It's all for that ta-da moment. Okay, so he wasn't developed just so he could be developed. And he takes the mask off. That the true trick is saved till the end. Jeez. This is insanity. Voila! The curtain rises on the first and final escape artist performance of Mr. Compress. And he just freed all of them like that, but Mirio is still coming in. It's nuts. Sorry, I'm just trying to take in everything that happened here. Jeez. Again, I liked Compress before, still like him now, even though this is the first time he's actually getting development, and it's leading to his death. But yeah, either way, let's read 295. I'm glad I don't have to wait. That was so good. I got chills multiple times. The beginning of that chapter was insanity. Let's go. 295, Tenacious. Wake up. And then Izuku opens his eyes. Huh? I blacked out. Davi's heat blast knocked me back, and then I fell, and then... Where's Todoroki? There. Phew, he's alive. It happened again. That same stabbing sensation in my head. Could it be... danger sense? All Might had notes about this. It was the fourth squark. Oh, he's straight up getting spidey senses. It was the fourth squark, but I haven't done any training with this one yet, so it just sort of burst out like Black Whip. My head's killing me. This one takes a huge toll. It's hard to stay conscious. So he's getting spidey senses. The curtain rises on the first and final escape artist performance of Mr. Compress. Jeez, and his body's all torn up as he's going in toward Mirio. Mirio takes him down. Huh? At least give me a moment to unleash my disembodied buttocks in your general direction. Upon arrival, I spotted a large gathering of Nomu in the distance. Since Nomu follows Shigaraki's orders, it stands to reason that he could control them if he woke up again. But he's fading in and out of consciousness, not entirely lucid. If we can rouse him properly, he can command the Nomu to engineer a turnabout. I had to buy time for Shigaraki and Spinner. No more magic tricks up my sleeves. The plan's in their hands, in the hands of fate itself. I could only provide time and a diversion. Once more, I snuck Dabi into the folds of your scarf. So please, Spinner, you are Shigaraki's most devoted follower. I'm merely the assistant, while you two are the main act. There was no guarantee here. When I have the whole family on me. Well, I feel so sick that I want to vomit. But I also kind of feel at peace. It's hard. Okay, and he's remembering, Shigaraki. Inside your beaten-up, half-melted suit, I spotted that thing all burned and squashed. It's like there's a lump of lead deep down in my heart, providing an endless scourge of rage that bursts out. You'd remember that rage. If only, you'd remember that rage. And he puts, I'm assuming, his father's hand back on his face. And we see the destruction, the shockwave from him waking back up. And then all the Nomu react. And we see Mirio being blown back. And Best Genus being thrown off as well. Same with Nejire, Ida, and Bakugo. And then Endeavor still on the ground. Todoroki. He found himself some truly decent allies. Oh, heart is power. And the more fiercely he embraces that source in his heart, the more my consciousness takes hold in our little symbiotic relationship. Of course, he's trying to take over Shigaraki. Never let that hatred die, Tomura. The Nomu are on the move. These radio waves can be used as signals to give the Nomu very specific commands. It's not something Tomura can necessarily achieve, given that he's still incubating. Whoa. Hang on, Shigaraki, what about Compress and Makia? Toka's out there too. Enough, Higuchi. Tomura has lost. To One for All. And Endeavor. Jeez. Alright. And now we have the Nomu running away with them. And just forgetting about compress Gigantomachia and Toga, which isn't going to be something... Well, Toga can find her own way, but that isn't going to be something that Spinner likes. It's only right that he pays for that loss, all for my sake. Jeez. Dobby's with them too. And then they all try to stop them. Don't let them get away. Jeez, look at all of them. This is so good. We have Izuku jumping in with Black Whip. Oh, worthless Izuku Midoriya. When this body's perfected, we shall meet again. You shut your mouth, all for one. Yes, we shall meet again. And he sends him back with a shockwave. Shigaraki, you killed so many of us and hurt countless others. That is unforgivable. It's unforgivable, and yet, back there, when you got swallowed up by All for One, wait, mark my words, at that moment, he's going to say he's going to save him, isn't he? The look on your face, and we see all the heroes crashing. You looked like you needed saving. God, I got chills again. No more until January. That was so good. Kind of how I expected it to go, but so good. Alright, either way though, how did that only take like 60 minutes to read both of those? I guess it was a lot of action, but holy crap. That was good. That was so good. Alright, well, ending this video now. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or yeah, link will be in the description. Either way, thank you so much for watching though. That was really, really great. I'll see you next time when the next chapter comes out.